What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Off rip, if you have not been keeping up with the blade theory crafting and all the blade content that I've been doing previously, this video is probably going to come off as a bit confusing to you because there's going to be a lot of numbers on the screen that are missing a good degree of context. So with that being said, I advise you to go watch the other videos. Now for everyone else, the numbers I'm looking at right here at E1 blade, I'm going to go ahead and say he's going to be the best DPS in the game if you unlock him at E1, comparing him to everyone else's E1. The reason being is because his E1 essentially makes the single target damage on his ult go up exponentially high to the point where he's already the best AoE DPS in the game. So if you were to give him something that makes him almost as strong as Sealess single target damage, not quite, it's definitely still under, but if you were to give him something like that in conjunction with his AoE damage, that is just absolutely disgusting, and that's what his E1 actually does. So let's look at the numbers. I prepared 3 different scenarios for you guys: a crit damage win percent build, and then it's pretty much the same stuff I've already theory crafted, and then I just added in what would the damage difference be with his E1. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so this first scenario is going to be with an HP percent body, a sphere as HP percent, and the rope as HP percent. So we got 3 HP percents with a speed boot. The damage for the ultimate without the E1 is going to be 59,105. Oh yeah, keep in mind this is with Tingyun and Bronya. This is the scenario, but it doesn't matter. The percentage difference is going to be pretty much the same ballpark no matter what team comp you're running. So just don't stress about who I am running in these scenarios. Just keep in mind the difference in damage. Anyways, this is a Tingyun Bronya scenario, and then down here is going to be Silverwolf Bronya. But again, if you do not have Bronya, it's okay. Do not let these slides, this is just a scenario. Do not let these slides convince you that you need Bronya. You don't. You literally don't. 59,105 single damage, and then there's the adjacent damage, but the E1 only increases the single target damage of the ultimate. So at E1, this 59 turns into 98,253 with the Tingyun Bronya comp. If you swap that Tingyun out, put in Silverwolf instead, 98 turns into 126,000 damage with Silverwolf at triple crowned. So she's debuffing them, defensive shredding them, and she's giving that multiplicative damage bonus on the back end of the multiplier. Anyways, next scenario, crit damage body, win damage percent sphere, and HP rope. This is going to be the damage difference right here: 62,534 on a single, 103,000 on a single with E1 blade. And then if you take out Tingyun and throw in Bronya, we're looking at 135,331 damage. And then finally, let's look at his signature light cone. If you throw in the signature light cone with a crit damage body, HP percent sphere, I just switched up some things. I'm telling you, they're all in the same ballpark of damage. It's not that big of a deal. 69,000 damage on a single target. With E1 blade, it's going to be 114,000. And then if you take Silverwolf and swap Tingyun out, 147,000 damage. So yes, his E1 signature is a massive damage increase. I mean, we're looking at pretty much a 50% raw damage increase. And that's just the single target. The adjacent remains the same. That's only what the E1 does. But at the end of the day, that's the one thing that if you were to tighten that up on his kit, this dude is he's just a monster. He's just a monster of a unit. He's AoE efficient. He's single target efficient. It's just like GG's at that point. So his E1's very strong. Now, this is not to sway you guys. I do want to keep that in mind as well. Bro, if you ain't got the cash, it's not worth it. You do not need any of this extra damage. I want to make that vividly clear. This is just for the people who are interested, who have the money to spend, and that's just what they like to do. So I'm bringing that information to you, but please, you do not need that damage whatsoever. I just showed you a showcase with my pretty much free-to-play friendly blade composition, where you can clear it in 6 cycles or less without any of this crap. But if it's people who want a little bit more damage, you have that information now. Anyways, short and sweet. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the flip side.